Happened in the 90s.
Matt was the fat kid, Steve was the black kid. Life wasn't always great, but you know what was? The 90s. Happened in the 90s. Yeah!
Starting off in 1994, In Living Color is airing season 4, episode 18, Duke and Cornbread Turner. And I didn't even know they gave these episodes titles like that, but
It's got to be pretty weird if you're just reading a TV guide, but you know. You watch it, you get it.
yeah. And the first thing is Isabel Sanford, and she's selling Wheezy cough drops.
Yeah, man. If you don't already got some throat trouble, have a Weezies, Steve. Ah, God damn it. It turns you into Nick Nolte in 3 seconds.
How does she get such a smooth, sexy voice? And it's the Weezies. It's the Wheezy cough drops. And a guy comes along and he's got this cough. So she gives him a Wheezy. Try a Wheezy.
Is my throat bleeding? How is it now? Oh, it feels great, girl.
And then a little boy comes up and he wants a Wheezy. She gives him a pop. And now
He sounds like Froggy and Little Rascals, Steve.
Say George, Florence, Tom, Helen.
It's now available in cherry, tar, and sandpaper. The Wheezy. What was that? It's like the same Harriet voice, Steve. What's going on with all these raspy ass voiced women in the 90s?
Man, fuck Mary Kill, Wheezy Jefferson, or Harriet Winslow.
Oh man. Damn, that's tough for either way. That's a Sophie's choice.
Aka.
I'm coming, Ka. I'm gonna squirt, Ka.
Lick the brown hole, Ka. And my
okay, keep going.
This next skit is the one that sold me. It's a different world parody, but it's titled "Different Message." It's a different message. Gonna shove it down your throat.
Really, to me, the winner on this one's fucking David Allen Greer, Steve. I mean, everybody comes out and does their thing, saying some really poignant, but it's everything's a message, Steve, just like you thought. Everything, every speech, every conversation's a message. But who's David Allen Greer trying to spoof, like, character-wise?
Well, Takia Crystal Kima, she's Whitley, and one of the Fly Girls, I believe she's supposed to be Freddie, and Sean Wayans, he's Dwayne Wayne, and Jamie Foxx is Ron, Dwayne Wayne's buddy. The guy who does the one fish, two fish, something Jamal. AJ Jamal, that's his real name. He plays the cook, and the dag, he plays Sinbad, because Sinbad, he was on a different world up until like 1990, 91. And he just comes in with a microphone. Man, I had to come back, man. I heard Whitley was using hairspray. That stuff is messing up our atmosphere. Man, you know what I'm saying, man? I ain't lying.
What's up with all these ladies buying all them shoes, man?
shoes like, man, get me out of here, man. But Jamie Foxx playing Ron, that was hilarious too. He's like, I got my master's degree in booty. He's just because like the Ron on the different world, he's like this horn dog, and Dwayne, like they're both immature, but he's like a little bit more mature than Ron or whatever.
Hilarious skit. But again, dang, I was laughing. I almost spilled my coffee on my computer when he came in with the mic, dude. I mean, just going crazy.
Like he plays Sinbad a couple of times on this show, man. And then the next skit is Why? and they touch on something that's true. Like it annoys the fuck out of me when reporters. It's called why reporters affecting accents. And whenever reporters say something that's Hispanic, they want to throw in the accent, but they never do that with like an Irish story or an Italian story.
Enchilada. Yeah, especially if it's like Mexican or Spanish, they really try to go hard on the pronunciation. But I like this because it's not even like the obvious ones. It's like, what if it was like an I? It's like, hi, Chichai, going to get a pint down at the, it's like everybody. And I would love to honestly try this. I might watch the news a little bit more, you know?
And news would get canceled a lot quicker. I tell you that, too, because everything's so sensitive.
Yeah.
Over at McGillicuddy's.
That's a spicy meatball. But yeah, why, Steve? Why do newscasters try to go extra?
Why do people do that in general, man? Because I know in like Mexican restaurants, people like to do like they like to turn it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, I remember specifically like in Italian restaurants where you'll get like just a very white dude or like an older white chick. They're like Pecorino Romano Reggiano. It's like, bitch, you're from Toledo. It's probably craft. It has craft on the bottle that you poured this shit into. So that is weird. I never got that either. But they have to affect the voice no matter because they even if they don't do an accent, they're like, tonight at 6 p.m., something's in the water killing us all. We'll reveal what it is. It's, fucking, they have to put on the radio voice no matter what.
So you know that they have to switch it up. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, trying to do like I can't. Even if I go to like a map, have you ever tried to do like a pronunciation when you go get like Mexican food or something, where you see it and you're like, you try to do it, but it's like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't try that.
Let me get that chorizo.
Yeah, don't do it. Just don't. But next, I mean, I didn't expect this. A Super Dave Osborne cameo on In Living Color, Steve. I love this. Super Dave.
Yeah, another relic from the 90s, man. You know, I remember he had his own show on Fox at one point, man.
Yeah.
There's only so many like explosions out of the cannonball you can do. But yeah, he's on the ones and twos, and J-Lo, they're the little mini cameo from her, man, future star. And she's getting him together. He doesn't know what he's doing up there. And then we have a little fly girl gig, man.
But he's going to do a live stunt. Which also, what a hilarious thing. Remember when they used to do that, though? Like when they'd actually do that? What was the guy's name? What was the main dude?
Evil Knievel?
Yeah, Evil Knievel. Like he's gonna jump 8 buses at 10 o'clock tonight, or his son too. I remember his son famously took like the ultimate L, trying to jump the Grand Canyon, maybe or something crazy. But
No, that was him that tried to do that.
but his son, well, okay, yeah, but his son took a crazy L too on live TV. But what a hilarious thing! Why possibly watch someone die at 8 p.m. tonight, jumping over some bus? Are there stuntmen now, Steve? Is this gone? Is this gone?
I mean, I saw Cirque du Soleil. It's pretty much the same shit, man. But
Yeah, you're right.
In a circus setting.
You got to get a residency now. You can't just jump a few buses every year or so and just call it a day.
Still got David Blaine too. I don't know if that's not really his bag though. But next is the Charles Bronson's Make a Death Wish Foundation. Hey, pot scum, here's a 45. Keep the change. You know, the little kid, he's at an amusement park, what have you, and he can't get in because he doesn't have the funds. And Charles Bronson just shows up, and he's like, the kid wants to go in. Here's a 45. Keep the change. And so he bonks the frog upside the head, and so the kid gets to play. And now they're at a football game. Somehow the kid's on the sideline with the team. The kid wants to go into the game and play, and the coach is like, nah, kid, get the hell out of here. Beat it. So Charles Bronson again shows up, like the kid wants to get in the game.
Hey, coach.
Don't worry about defense, kid. I got him covered.
I mean, even you know, kids sometimes want to. God bless, Steve. God bless you. Uh, sometimes a little kid wants to go meet the pilot, Steve. Well, this kid wants to fly the fucking plane, and I mean, this last one, this might be considered terrorism, but it's Charles Bronson. Let the kid fly. Come on. I'll bust you one. Actually, he does. I think he cold cocks the pilot, Steve.
Hey, kid, it's about time I make a wish too. Then he takes the stewardess to the back. Take it easy, kid. It could be some turbulence.
Make a Death Wish Foundation. I like that. That's good wordplay, Steve. Uh, next up, it's the stunt, Steve. We've been waiting all night for this. Super Dave. Um, what is the actual stunt again?
So there's like a pad. There's a cushion at the bottom, and he's supposed to jump directly onto the target, and like the target is marked to the side of the cushion or whatever. And so if he hits the target, if he doesn't hit the target, he'll donate his whole salary to In Living Color's favorite charity. And if he hits the target, they must double his salary, and half the donation goes to underprivileged stunt kids of Manitoba, Canada. And he gets to date a fly girl of his choice.
Love
And
that.
he misses it though.
I mean, he misses everything, not just
Everything.
the target. He misses the bag. I mean, definite permanent brain damage here.
Now he's roadkill. And speaking of Dave's, another Super Dave comes into the scene, and he's just like, "Hey, Super Dave, are you all right?" And he's like, yeah, tell the fly girls forget about it. And yeah, since I'm here, can I have a memento?" And David Allen Greer's just like, "Hey, can we give him the turntables?" It's like, turntables? What?
And next, Duke and Cornbread at the dog show.
Oh, I'll be John Brown running. Well, you Chester's boy. You about as small as a tick on a dog's ass.
Sir, sir. But yeah, this is like Westminster Dog Show, Steve. You know, people are here. They have live dogs that are doing some tricks. They're very obedient. And then in comes Jamie Foxx, and Duke, I believe, is his dog, and he's not as lively as the other dogs, dude.
Look at that dog. I'll be John Brown running. And like everyone is just thrown off guard by this. I mean, as you would expect, it's a dead stuffed dog. And Matt, you asked me earlier what came first, this or the Martin episode where, they stole the CD player. I think
Yeah,
this one came out first because this was 93 and that episode of Martin was like season 2 or 3. Um, but yeah,
both great moments in comedy. I mean, the Martin episode is just unforgettable, but I guess a stuffed dog put in the right situation is comedy gold, Steve.
throw that in there with the fake flying person.
The fucking with this just a mannequin going off the building. Hell yeah.
That and the fake chase, the fake sitcom chase. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Yeah, and then like he personifies the old black man to a T, like just like that old Southern, like, well, I'll be John, just those little sayings. I'll be John Brown running. Ain't you Arthur's boy? Like he sounds like he's talking like my great uncles and my great grandfather.
When everybody, sometimes like people are trying to like go with it to be nice, but every once in a while, like Jim Carrey's the judge, and every once in a while, I'll be like, "Sir, you have to you got to get this, you got to go."
Yeah.
And he'll just go into another. He's like, "I'll be John Brown running," and I'll be like, "Aren't you the so and so?" Yeah, blood coming out of his booty and shit. Like it's just like a weird story. Like
Okay,
no.
Wilson. Well, Stanky Stephen. I can smell you like a bag of clams. They drenched him in alcohol, put a firecracker in his butt, threw him off a bridge, and cracked his head on a rock. Well, how be John Brown running, boy? I tell you.
Sir, you have to get out of here. your dog is. I forget what Jim Carrey says, but he's like, "You trying to tell me Duke can't do this, man?" He gets all emotional.
And
Oh,
I think he's competing with the who's the lady? Kelly Caulfield. She's one of the contestants with her dog. And she's like, "Can Duke do this?" And she runs the dog up the stairs. It's like, "Oh, can Duke do this?" And so he drags Duke upstairs. Want to see somebody run up the stairs? Come on, Duke. And she's like, "I think he cheated." What cheated? Duke can even do impressions. Come on, Duke. Come on. Let's do Lassie. Wait, where'd you say Timmy was? Oh, he's in a well? Water well or oil well? Oil or that ethanol? Petroleum? Oh, man.
yeah, Duke's not gonna win any competition, Steve. Um, but his owner loves him. I'm gonna be dragging Mason's dead body around when I'm crazy and old, so I get it.
Hey, man, you might win a prize because Jamie or Grandpa, I should say, he mentions that Duke had his rabies, so everybody just storms the fuck out of there, and by default, Duke is the winner.
Yeah, he's tired. He'll celebrate later.
And how 90s can this episode get? Up next, we have Rosie Perez. She wearing a Malcolm X cap, introducing Naughty by Nature, performing Hip Hop Hooray.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you and I can both agree that Rosie Perez was one of our 90s crushes extraordinaire. White Men Can't Jump made men of us all, Steve.
Naughty by Nature.
Until then, remember, from the keeper of the Sizzle Kiss, if it's L.A., it's Rhonda. Up all night.